comes a time when a man loses it, literally. I've known such a man. His spirits are broken. He can't sell folk art. Things happen. He said he was tired of that big Tex lawnmower mowing his ass down, turning his fat butt into mulch to be made into hay. He's also a known folk grifter. But there is a happy side to everything, isn't there? Just watch. That's right, man. Barbecues never end. There's always fresh seed around here to cut down. There's always new places to cook. There's always an endless supply of beef. That's what it's like out here in Texas. Things just happen. There's always, look, check this out. Look how gorgeous that is. That's my new little compound there I'm working on. So everything's going good. I'm printing out stuff to make this whole new set of work called Ditch. And it's going to be good. It's going to be one whole committed set of work. About 80 of them in total.
Are there any hot babes after your little smoky?
Yeah, no, there's no hot babes anywhere. I tell you one thing, you see this great photo? I got this mannequin that James gave me, and I decided to put in the back there just to kind of like be maybe a babe decoy. I don't know. So here's some of the typical babes I'd be getting thanks to what Redmud's done. Redmud's just succeeding basically in destroying my reputation as being a decent, hot-looking dude out here in the desert. He's always trolling me, stalking me. Hell, he might as well be the only babe that's after me at this point in the game. They all think we're gay anyway, so what's the point at this point? Oh, here, check it out. I did a Marfa Meats promo. I ain't done with Marfa Meats. I cooked these beans over here in this place. Oh, let me explain this. I gotta catch my breath a second. Oh, I'm talking too much. I had to catch my breath there for a second. So in essence, Westfest came and gone, man, and had a good time there. Entered a bean competition. That's what that pot was there. I was sitting there hanging out with those beans and stuff, trying to enter into this competition. But I got in some kind of trouble about it. Let me explain this for a second. So, everyone knows about the whole bean stuff where I was banned from being a judge over there. But, over the years, I've donated a lot of things to the auction. Like I donated that black goat there. It sold and whatnot. But I knew that I was having some problems with this lady friend I've been courting. And I found out some stuff about her. And I believe it or not, I had to stoop so low. I guess it gets complicated. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, in essence, what happened was that I knew I was going to win the bean competition. It was like 26 centuries, But when I lost it, I was going to go around crying, and because I knew that there'd be some lady in the crowd there that'd feel sorry for me, and she might try to have her way with me, just out of pity. That actually happens. That's what happened. That's what the thing with my this lady I'm dating, and I found out some trash back in the day. And I said, really? Because a guy lost a chili competition, you did that? And she goes, yeah. And I go, so I had to have some revenge. Of course, the problem with that whole scenario is that because I was making fun of the dude that was the bean championship 3 times in a row, he's like a local hero here. And I was calling him out at that. So word got out. I was just joking around and stuff. Word got out that no one wanted me to win the bean competition because I thought it was all about me and I was the baddest bean guy out here, bean cook. And so people were coming up to me asking me, well, did you win the bean competition? Did you win? And they wanted me to say no, and I almost started to cry. And I said, wait a second. You better not start doing that because these people want you to cry. That's what it's like out here in West Texas, Redmud. People want you to cry. So if you come out here, you might be crying a lot.
Is there any damn end goal in sight? And should there be, which I very much doubt, I want to know how long it might take you to achieve this goal that is in your imagination and has been, moved on by Andrew Warner, has violated and contravened a number of the rules of the homeowners society. So let me know what the fuck, George.
As long as it takes. And to be honest with you, this set has been rolling since 2017. I'm trying to get done with this stuff. It's just I have to set aside this Big Bend mythic zone I want to go after. But reality is this: I'm ditching something I have to do, and these are all the works related to it. And there's this so it'll be about 8 main paintings and all these subsets, which is probably going to, I think, generate about 60 or so fully blown images that I can use for a catalog called Ditch. The name came from, kind of dawned on me one time, that this is kind of loosely old porn magazines I used to get into back in the day. And I guess one of the key inspirations of the foundation of how I started doing art, works in general, is that years ago, there was this ditch out back of our house, and it was like a drainage ditch. It was like muddy, it was real big. And so someone had thrown like a Hustler magazine out there in like the piping of it, like a little pipe where the water would go under. And like you could see it in the mud you could see it through the water. This was back when the water was clear, and you'd be like crawdads there running around. So you pull this thing out and you let it dry out, and you were like trying to peel the paper back and trying to make out what the hell's going on here, like what that is. I was a kid, like maybe elementary school, junior high. And that kind of distortion, it mixed with the old satellites, that you would get in and have that distorted Showtime extra after hours stuff they would distort, or some Escort or something like that, Encore, Escort, those weird, elite, or those weird pay-per-view X-rated movies that you could get on satellite TV, back in the day. Or maybe it was cable. But it was always distorted, and you could make something out. Something was going on there, and you could see maybe a titty there or something going on with a butt, and you go, whoa, what the hell is that? So I guess it had kind of an aesthetic effect on me over the years. And so my work's kind of always had this kind of like drawed out, muddy, I don't know what to call it is. I just know it's called ditch. That's what I call it.
George, man, word on the street is your content's offensive. What say you?
Unzip the fury.
No, my stuff is not going to be, it's not considered offensive. I have absolute proof of this. Even the most, I what you would call pervy or sexy, or I don't know what to tell you. Some people have called it, maybe sexist or something like this. But I've had my lady friends who've signed off on it. And when you have some evidence like this that was floated my way, just 2 ladies here, I can't show their face, of course, but they're the ones who bought that one painting called Ass Deep, and that one was pretty challenging in a lot of aspects. So I'm in the clear on that right there. And plus, I got a friend of mine, holistic midwife. She's been signing off everything, and she's about the biggest feminist lady I've ever met. She thinks what I do is cool, so there. I'm going to be doing it.
God damn, George. You gonna ever sell any of this shit?
Well, now, hold on there a second. This work ain't going to be for sale for a while. I'm putting a kibosh on everything until this set's absolutely complete. So I ain't breaking out anything. I'm not making any deals off the side. I'm just going to, when I get all this stuff done, I'm actually going to pull everything I post on Instagram will be pulled off. And I'm going to have it condensed into one book and just forget about it. I might get some shows related to it. Who knows? But it will be available. But yes, may I have to get one of the books. Books are, I don't know, God knows how much. I'm actually going to pay someone to construct the whole book. It ain't going to be some little, you're going to be a really professional looking thing. It'll be Ditch, probably released 2024, somewhere in that zone. So, yeah, man, still rocking and rolling. Oh, yeah, all the music's been by one of my favorite bands, Zero Skills Incorporated, San Marcos, a legendary band. I like them, and Scott Byram, and, of course, the Beaumonts. Those I call the Holy Trinity of San Marcos rock and roll. And stay tuned, guys.